Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to another Geometry Dash gaming video. You may remember a few months back, I played the demon Well Rested by Overdefo. I don't think I've actually beaten it on the servers. Nope, no I haven't. But I ended up attempting this in my playtesting copy. And that was because my friends were raving about it and I wanted to check it out, record my first reactions. Now my friends are raving about it. It's Kiba level, which is just released, called A Final Memorial. It's epic rated already. Damn, didn't know that. It dropped a few days ago. That's kind of crazy. Extra long length. And I feel like just going in, recording my first reaction to it, as I've done with a few other outstanding levels. But if it is rated as quickly as that, it's gotta be a banger, right? And it seems to be one of these journey levels. I'm not gonna label it as a travel level because it's not got travel in the title, but it does seem to have that kind of potency that a travel level would have. The Infinity song, the magical surroundings with a lot of interesting art. It's a cool style. The blocks are pretty simplistic, but they work really well with the trees that have the clouds in them. Very cool block usage here. I'm hoping I can one attempt this, even though it's rated medium demon on the servers. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. I'm kind of scared, but we'll see what happens. I'm noticing the use of a blending screen to make the colors pop out a little bit more, give them a little bit of a tint with each. Oh god, this gameplay is kind of tight. This might actually be a medium demon. Uh-oh. I am kind of worried, but I do like these slanted blocks. I do like the vibes with the glow that's placed above in the blending screen. As I said, this is very cleanly put together, I have to say. And I'm noticing the use of the black bars on the side. Now, oh damn, I died, really? Okay, that's interesting. I am noticing the use of black bars on the side, which is something that Well Rested did, and I'm not sure if Overdefo pioneered this, but it's definitely a concept that I've seen expanded on best by him in that level. Not sure if this level is going to do the same. It does have a very long build-up and a very cathartic drop, so I'm wondering if the sides are going to get taken away and we're gonna see some magic. The boundaries of the screen, you can use them in very interesting ways, as proven with Well Rested. When you're boxed in, and then all of a sudden, the release of energy just opens up the rest of the screen. The level feels massive. It's a really good technique. I'm just wondering how Kiba's gonna use this to their advantage here. We have simple but very effective designs, and that's what I really like to see, using the in-game objects to their absolute max potential. But here we go. Oh my lord, we're flying. That was such a cool transition. What the heck? Woo! Thought I wasn't gonna hit that block. Oh no, am I dead? I'm dead. You have to hit the blue pad before you hit the dash orb. Interesting. Gotta keep that in mind. I'm gonna try and do this without practice, but I can't promise anything. I love looking at the leaves on the trees blowing around in the wind. They are literally clouds, but they work so well. It's so cool. There's some really cool textures. I think the rock objects are being used right here. Give it a bit of texture. The dirt that holds the structure up, you know? I like that there's a back end piece there, and then there's the foreground block that you land on. It's done extremely well in this. So yeah, you see how the level goes purple there to lead on? Very cool use of tinting to lead the level forward. Progress it onwards. Use what's there in the best way imaginable. Tells a story through color so far. I like these rising glow objects too. It's kind of like fireflies. At least that's how I'm seeing it. Let's rise up again. I love that. It's so effective. So many layers used at once, but it's not claustrophobic. I think I hit the blue pad. I did. Interesting. I'm gonna have to be on my toes because Kiba has some crazy gameplay as seen in their level Shardscapes. This level definitely proves that they are not a one-hit wonder by the... Oh, okay. So that's another blue pad and green orb jump that I gotta look out for. Shardscapes was the first really good level I saw by them, and I didn't really see much else. And I was thinking, you know, that is a background that's tutorialized on YouTube. I was wondering, like, how are they gonna move on from that? But they've very clearly got a great understanding of the editor, well enough to be able to put together this beautiful landscape. Oh wow, I did not make that jump somehow. Poor robot. It's very simplistic. I'm noticing that the background layer is literally just some low opacity slopes, but it works so well for some reason. It's just compiled very convincingly all together to make a really nice collective package. Great use of parallax in this part as well as we move through the landscape. That's something we'll probably see throughout the entire level. Just makes everything a lot more convincing and captivating. Like, I'm really drawn into this level, especially with this transition. That's so sick. You even break through the leaves. That's so awesome. Okay, I see a coin. No, I didn't hit the pad. I'm so silly. I'm just thinking about that blue pad and green orb gameplay. It's very clever because it makes me pay more attention to the structuring of the level when I'm sight reading instead of just the orbs that are in sight. It's so clever. I love that transition too, the way the portal just shines. Don't jump too far. Nice. We're gaming now. Let's see what happens. Okay. I like the color change here. Ooh, I like that the orbs connect together. That's a scary jump inside that block. Ooh, fake red orb. Oh, wow. Well, if you click, that gets rid of the platform. I did not know that. That's kind of unfortunate on my part. I started flying and I was like, oh, wait, I'll just sit here for as long as I can, but the platform just disappears. That's interesting. But what Kiba's done there is moved a red orb that's already been pressed into that spot. Now, without activating multi-triggered orbs, you can only hit an orb once and then it'll never work ever again. So if you move the orb into that spot, it's real, it is a real orb, but you just can't press it. Why do I fail that jump so much? Very clever transitioning technique that catches you off guard the first time you get to it. And it's really effective for a level that feels as explorative as this, because it genuinely feels like you stumble upon a new area by complete accident, which is hard to convey otherwise. Unless you just have like a random slope in the middle of the gameplay that just completely separates you from the level, you're always going to be able to see exactly where you're going gameplay wise. So it's a really clever way to throw you off and take you completely off the predicted path. Wow, did I really just... How? I clicked as soon as possible. Unfortunate on my part. Also, I've just learned what these objects are for. Those little dips. It's for those grass objects. Sorry, I'll continue. It's very compositionally beautiful, by the way. The way that there's no actual structure above the robot portal here. It's just a tree. But you look at the tree and you think, I don't really want to go up there if the portal's down there. It's like a fake obstacle. It's a real obstacle, but it's not putting an obstacle there. It's just using the environment to draw you into the level even further. Lovely music sync there, I have to say. All round as well. And now we're flying. Okay. You don't want to hit these portals? Okay. Thank you for the indication there. Very subtle, but it works. And you only indicate the first two. I like that. So you get the hang of it. Oh boy. I feel like I just went the wrong way. But I have no idea. Okay, that pinwheel is not an object that can be collided with. Interesting. I love the fog here. And I love the rolling blocks that aren't necessarily straight. Very cool addition to the level. This is building up so effectively. And it's kind of unconventional. Oh god. This UFO is probably going to kill me. Wait, the lightning swords are so beautiful. We're in a storm now. This is sick. I love how they're not always visible as well. It really adds a changing aesthetic here, which the fog is definitely helping with. And the parallax there. Oh, there's some fake orbs here. Thank you for the fake indication on the sync. Very clever. This gameplay is really cool. I really enjoy it. It's signposted at the perfect level of difficulty for me to enjoy it. Not feel thrown off, but also have a level of challenge. I definitely was not supposed to go through those saws. That was kind of crazy for me. Well, we're flying now. Is this about to drop? What is happening? Oh my goodness, it's building up. This is so sick. Oh, I was right. No, this is so cool. Wow. Okay, I have to hold with the robot, but that feels so strange. The screen being taken away. Wow. And the absolute livelihood of the fog flying past us. Wow, I'm so glad that I experienced that in normal mode, because that whole build-up led up to that perfectly. I love that from this level. What an adrenaline rush, dude. I haven't felt that in a long time. And I'm glad it's not baby-proofed, because it's making me experience the level, you know? I don't want to be one and done and then never think about it ever again. That robot jump is a jump to be learned, I gotta say. Very nicely done. The gameplay is always keeping me on my toes, and the level's just structurally beautiful, I have to say. Even if the creator didn't intend for some of it, like my point about having to pay attention to the structuring, maybe that's just a gameplay quirk, but it just works so well for that reason. And just because the creator might not have intended it in the way that I'm explaining it, it doesn't change the fact that it's still there for me. Like, I get that feeling, I get that feedback. You can accidentally be a good creator, I fully stand by that. But this is no accident. This is just absolute genius from Kiba. Okay, let's continue. This is just compositionally beautiful. Having all of the weight at the bottom really makes you feel like you're up in the air right now. And having the empty top is just so cool. I don't feel channeled into this one point. I feel like I'm free and open. Man, this is so beautiful. Even the blades of grass are rotating in the wind. I love that. Pretty much perfect gameplay, by the way. Again, signposting included in that, as I was explaining last time. I love the tinting of the orbs here as well. That's a really sick touch. Makes it feel like the storm is actually interrupting the level and making it change. Oh my goodness, here we go again. I love this burst of energy you get here when the screen's taken away. The very quick movement, it's not just a toggle. It really channels that energy. Let's keep going, see how long I can... Wow, I missed the orb? I missed the orb. Are you serious? That is so unfortunate. Okay then, thank you Kiba. Way to keep me on my toes. I don't even want to compare this to Well Rested. They're built in different styles. While you can compare the structure of the level maybe, I don't think the actual design, detail, and all that, the surroundings are all that comparable. This level's a lot more simplistic in its designs, but it places a lot of emphasis, and that gives it a lot of charm. Like, every action in this level is extremely deliberate. Like, every single visual detail. Whereas Well Rested is more of an entire environment that's very intricate and takes you on a more varied journey, I would say. But this is more direct. So I don't think one's better than the other. I think they stand out in completely different ways. Also, I'm very glad that I didn't want to attempt this one. I wish I didn't want to attempt Well Rested, in all honesty. I wanted to experience it more and give more of my thoughts on the actual level as a whole. Like, respond to certain areas of it instead of just flying through them and being like, wow, that was cool. Right, let's not mess up the drop this time, because that was kind of embarrassing that I just completely missed the black orb and died like two. You're not supposed to go through there. Damn, why do I keep doing that? I forgot what I was saying. Whatever, we're just gonna enjoy this another time. Like, oh my goodness. It hits every time. It hits every time. Oh my. Love that blurry foreground, by the way. Why? The only thing I would change about this part probably is the base saws. Instead of being completely still, they could rotate ever so slightly. Or at least on the beats, because having them static is a weird choice. It works, it looks fine, but it could be taken slightly further as like a subtle detail, right? Every time. I hit the orb every time. There we go. I like that teleportation fix, because I was about to die right there. Oh my goodness. This is so sick. What is that overlay? Wow, the clouds flying past. This is so sick. Wow, there's so much power behind all of this. The brightness of all of the glow above everything as well. It's so good. You don't see it often. I love the lens flare in the background and the use of the shine there. What? There's so much shake. This is so intense. I died at that number, of course, but wow, I was blown away there. The blurry foreground that sweeps over the entire thing. The foggy overlay, which just shrouds everything in mist that's flying past you at a bajillion miles an hour. You got bright detail on the front, but then also in the background, you've got a lens flare and the sun shining. All around, the level is just beaming, and you get some of the most saturated colors we've seen so far in the level. Very sick release of energy, intensified by the shakes and the fast movement. Wow. It's definitely a change of pace from the beginning, I have to say that. You're playing a pretty slow 2.5 minutes-ish build-up, followed by the fastest thing you've ever seen in your life, and a bunch of different techniques to make the change as big as possible, and I applaud Kiba for that. The gameplay is also completely different. There's lots of holding instead of just single inputs that take you to somewhere else, like block to block. The slopes, you're using them. You're using them, I have to say. Big red orbs, big sweeping movements instead of little technical ones in the beginning. Most of this level, you're avoiding slopes, and then it just throws you onto them in the drop, which is just a really sick way to progress the level and make the second half feel different from the first. This gameplay is slightly baby-proofed. I like that. I'm not dying to stupid stuff. If I die, it's my fault. He's baby-proofed the right things here, so I can be overwhelmed and still get through. Look at the amount of detail that's in that overlay. And the gates opening, this is so sick. And whenever there's a pillar sweeping over, the orbs have glow in front. That's such a good detail. You can see exactly what's coming, even though you've got a sweeping foreground that's covering 30-40% of the level sometimes. It's a technique that I first saw used by Sapunge in Space Magic, and it's not the most sight-readable thing, but it's like 90%. You can get the hint that something's there, even at that speed. This is just an absolute masterclass, I have to say. Okay, here we go again. We're opening the gates. I love that transition so much. Orange to blue. So beautiful. Oh my goodness, I lived that? Really? Can't tell what's happening. This is so weird. Oh my god, I'm choking. Oh, wow. This is so sick. What the heck? What just happened? What just happened? I just disappeared and came back. Oh my goodness. I love that. Okay, I jumped here? Really? Am I that dumb? Oh my goodness. Just look at what's going on here. Again, clever object usage. And the stuff's moving back and forth, just, oh my god. Unpausing there was the trippiest thing I've ever done. I'm noticing more and more detail every single time I go through. Oh, I love the slopes flying past as debris. That's so sick. How did I not notice that before? Oh, we're going up. We're going up. Oh, I love the colors here. It's so beautiful. Woo! Okay, we're flying now. Oh my goodness. What's happening? Okay, I'm so lucky I buffered and just held and just kept that instinct. Oh god. Oh, I'm so dead. What? You throw me into that spike? Really? No, why? I was just about to go on a big descent like Nell. At least from what I could see of that downhill, the bumpy downhill. Man, this part's so scary. Ah, okay, we have a dash up coming up. Boom. All right, we're going back to the hill. Let's see if we can do it this time. I think there was arrows where I was supposed to jump. Oh boy, this is still terrifying. I am so nervous. I can't see what's coming up. Oh god, this is so intimidating. The right-hand side of the screen is completely empty at this point. That's so crazy. That's compositionally beautiful, though. Wow, look at this part. This part's so pretty. Am I gonna beat the level? I hope so. Oh god. No, you suck! You put a... Oh my... That's not even a full double spike. And you just put the speed changer right before it. That's so hard to time. I was enjoying myself. I was just appreciating the structural finesse of that part with the dark background and the bright foreground. The parallax was beautiful. The structuring was beautiful. Oh my goodness. The glow flying around. This has been a very glow-heavy level, but very effectively. In different ways than you would typically see, and I appreciate that because there's a lot of different ways, and it's XL. So, wow, it must have taken a lot of brain power to facilitate all of that. See, look, the fireflies are with us even from the beginning. I love the rainfall here. That's so sick. And the rocks all the way around have been so consistent and nicely texturing on the blocks as well. Okay, that should be the... Yeah, that's the hill. Let's go. This should be the final attempt. I lost way too many attempts to that drop, dude. I don't know why. It's something to do with the slopes. Let's not fumble this. Yeah, okay. Tombstone. Aww. Oh, that's... Oh my goodness. That's so special. I understand the level name now. Wow. Respect. That's sweet. This is reminiscent of past as well. Wow. What a level. Whew! Okay. I thought I was gonna die to that spike. Is there anything else? Okay. Wow. Very impressive level. My goodness. Yeah, it may have taken me an hour and a half without practice. And that was only 42 attempts. That is ridiculous, dude. Respect. That's probably one of the best XL levels in the game. That has the entire package. There's nothing more that I can even ask for from this. But yeah, that is a masterpiece from Kiba. Wow. Oh, they have a bunch more levels. Wow. I've only really seen Shardscapes, to be honest. But yeah, very glad I checked that out because that's obviously a very emotionally potent level. And oh, why was the mini cube in the background? Also just a straight up banger as well. Definitely enjoyed my time playing this level. Glad I went without practice because I got to experience each and every part firsthand, blind. Thank you so much for watching this Geometry Dash review kind of video. I'm going to give this a very high 9 out of 10, I have to say. Check the links in the description, leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day.